We have been waiting forever for some new stuff in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and finally, oh my god, finally, Treyarch delivered. And they didn't deliver in a small way, by the way. These homeboys wrote an absolute freaking novel. As we already know, the Outbreak Easter Egg is coming out next week, May 20th at 10 a.m. And that's going to be coming with the Season 3 Reloaded update. But that is not all, and thank God that's not all, because that would be very boring. So in this video, we're going to cover all the things you may have missed inside of Treyarch's blog post, because my goodness, is there a lot here to take in. Without further ado, let's get started. What's up, Tiki Team? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Spesh, helping you conquer the Horde. So Treyarch kicked off this blog post, which was posted on Friday, and they said Black Ops Cold War Zombies is primed to kick it into high gear next week with the launch of our first main quest in Outbreak starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, Thursday, May 20th. They didn't waste any time. They were telling us, yo, this is going live at this time, be there. Now, one thing that I feel is really important to put out there is this line here. From there, we're looking forward to releasing a record amount of quest-driven zombies content as we gear up for the next chapters of the Dark Ether story. So what that probably means is that they're going to be adding a bunch of new side Easter eggs as well as just like cool little things around Outbreak that are basically going to further the story along more so than just the intel, as well as like the main quest and whatnot. And I am so excited for that because honestly, Outbreak is amazing. I love Outbreak, but it was just so bare bones. And I think them adding new quests and stuff is gonna be, oh my god, just phenomenal for the... So one of the biggest things that I think is incredibly important in their blog post is this right here. And it says, with our upcoming Outbreak main quests in both Season 3 and 4, the events unfolding in the Ural Mountains will directly set up the story for our next round-based map. Hold the phone. Season 3 and 4? So what that means is there's not going to be just one main Easter egg inside of Outbreak, but two, at least two inside of Outbreak, and that means that they are probably going to expand on the main Easter egg for Outbreak for a while now. I mean, especially as they add more maps that are more specific to zombies, they're going to add more Easter eggs into that. That is going to make it so we don't just have one Easter egg inside of Firebase Z, the main Easter egg, and then be like, well, we're done. 2 hours later, by the way. Now, there is a slight caveat to this that we'll get into in a little bit about what this means for Berlin, but for now, let's keep on trucking. So Treyarch also notes that when Outbreak released, that it was like the most played zombies mode at the time of its release, more so even than when the game itself released. Now, there's a lot of things that can go along with that. Mainly, I think the biggest thing is that it was a free weekend, so of course more people were playing it. But nonetheless, it's interesting now because it sounds like both round-based and Outbreak, they're about the exact same amount of players playing, which honestly I think is really good. I'm glad that Outbreak does not outweigh the round-based maps, and I'm glad the round-based maps don't outweigh the Outbreak maps, because I think it's really important that Treyarch opens up a little bit and produces more than just the main maps, and they realize that zombies is more than just a third mode, which I mean I feel like they did realize in Black Ops 3, and then they went to Black Ops 4 and was like, nah, third mode, sorry. And so it's nice to see them basically adding as much content as they can throughout the seasons inside of Black Ops Cold War. So the next interesting thing to point out is going to be this quote from them right here. At its launch, Outbreak was already a much bigger experience than any previous DLC 2 we'd released to date, and launch was just the beginning. So it's incredibly interesting because they are officially calling Outbreak DLC 2. A lot of people were saying, yo, Outbreak can't be DLC 2, Berlin will be DLC 2, Outbreak is something different, but we have it straight from the horse's mouth that Outbreak is actually DLC 2, which means a couple different things. Does that mean that the second Outbreak Easter egg is DLC 3? Or does that mean that Berlin is DLC 3? Obviously, we're going to have to wait and see, but let's keep going. Now, everybody saw what they're going to be adding to the game, including the new Orda encounter, which is going to be so cool, seeing a big, gigantic Orda just strutting across the field of Golova, just hanging out. Maybe it steps on, like, the church or something cool. Who knows? But that's going to be so cool seeing something that massive walking across the game. They also said they're going to be adding fishing, which I'm incredibly interested to see what that means. They didn't expand on it anymore, and I'm interested to see if like I could just go fishing and just pull up a friggin' ray gun or something like that. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna do it like Fortnite, and you can pull up just random fish that give you things. #1 victory royale, yeah, Fortnite, we're about to get down, get down! We also learned that they're gonna be adding a bunch of the other DLC weapons to the mystery box. Finally, I don't know why they just don't do that when the new weapons come out. Like, why would they not have added, like, the MAC-10 when the weapons came into the game? I think that's kind of strange. It'll be interesting to see what that does to the possibility of getting like a ray gun or another sort of wonder weapon. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait and see. The E-tool, the Wakahashi, they're all coming to the mystery box in the Season 3 Reloaded update. And that also goes along with us getting the baseball bat and the AM PST pistol. And thank God they're gonna be doing weapon tuning on pretty much every single gun in the game to make every gun more viable. I'm assuming that means they're going to maybe nerf down the Howler a bit, because obviously that's the gun that, well, I mean, God, everybody's using. But they're going to make all the other guns stronger against the zombies, so instead of always using the Howler past round, like, 20 or something like that, maybe you can go use the MAC-10. But with that being said, there is a very interesting thing that they're going to be adding to the game, which I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it yet. You guys can let me know how you feel down in the comments below. So Treyarch is going to be rebalancing zombie health at high rounds and scaling self-revive costs to provide a greater challenge and higher stakes for skilled zombies players. So basically, as you get to higher rounds, that basically means it's going to be harder to kill the zombies, because as we know, the zombies' health kind of caps out around I want to say it's around like 30? I don't really quite remember what it was. But like round 30, or I want to say like world tier 10 on Outbreak, something like that. And so they're going to be scaling that up as the rounds keep going to make it harder and harder, which is going to honestly be kind of sad. I mean, it's nice to see everyone getting to round 1 billion. But it does make sense that they want it to be more of a challenge for everybody. They also added that they're going to be buffing Deadwire tier 5 once again. Obviously, it's not going to go quite back to where it was before, but maybe it'll revert to the patch before the last patch so that it won't be that trash. Like, it's probably the worst ammo mod in the game right now. They're also adding a challenge counter, or they're working on it, but I mean, we've been wanting that for a while now, so I guess we've got to keep waiting. So now let's get to what they say about the Berlin Zombies map. They don't specifically call it Berlin. Treyarch, we all know it's Berlin. Just let us know. So they mention again that the new round-based zombies map, whatever it may be, Berlin, is going to be released in Season 4. Now, they don't say the start of Season 4, so it's probably going to be Season 4 Reloaded, which means if we're getting the first main quest inside of Outbreak at Season 3 Reloaded, we'll probably get the second main quest at the beginning of Season 4, and then we'll probably get the new Berlin Zombies map at Season 4 Reloaded. A long time to wait, I know, but I am super happy they're giving us some main quests inside of Outbreak that are going to hold us over until then. Now, at the very bottom of this blog post, you may have missed it. It is actually a message from Ravenel that says, "Look for my mark," and it is the monkey bomb, like a cement version of the monkey bomb, basically saying, "Look for my mark," and that is going to be playing a huge part inside of the Black Ops Cold War Outbreak Main Quest Easter Egg. As for how that's going to be, I'm not sure. But if you guys do want to watch the main quest hunt, I will be live on Thursday, May 20th, over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Spesh27. I will be live right when the main Easter egg drops. We'll be hunting for it for a few hours, seeing what we can do. So that's going to basically wrap it up today. If you guys are not already subscribed to this channel, like our boy YVSF Official with this super kind comment, by the way, then don't forget to subscribe to join the Tiki team. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting inside of the Black Ops Cold War Outbreak Easter Egg, and I'll see you soon.